Hello lovely YouTube family. Welcome back to Future Tens. In today's videos, we are going to talk about transportation in 2050, vehicles of the future. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Car companies have recently been telling us what the car of 2020 will be like. Autonomous is one word used, electric is another, and it will be connected to the internet too. Sound exciting? It is, but it's doubtful you'll find all of this on the forecourt in the next 7 years. Cars typically get completely redesigned every 5 to 7 years. However, the directions being proposed are a very good starting point to look even further and ask the question, what might the car of 2050 look like? For a start, will there even be cars in 2050? Will an invention that will be 150 years old by then be replaced by something better? Will environmental concerns kill it? Will people become tired of getting behind the wheel? As recent studies suggest, the answer seems to be maybe, but the reality is that the automobile is a very liberating and flexible means of transportation. It fulfills people's desire to move around freely and independently, and, done right, the automobile can be a sustainable and safe means of transportation. But we must also acknowledge this form of mobility comes at a premium. As polar ice melts, megacities become suffocated by smog and congestion. Resources dwindle, and around 1.2 million people get killed in traffic accidents globally every year. We know why. We want to be mobile, and our mobility has some negative implications. So what must we do in order to make the automobile of the year 2050 cleaner, safer, leaner, and still enjoyable to use? This is a crucial question. Mass motorization in emerging countries means there will be more than 3 billion vehicles on the planet in 2050, compared with around 1 billion today. Hands-free driving. The automobile in 2050 will be self-driving. Companies are working on concepts allowing cars to cruise along on the highway without driver intervention, many of which are likely to be seen on our roads. There is the Super Cruise from General Motors, which controls the vehicle on long highway stretches when not much is happening. Then there is the Traffic Jam Assistant from BMW. Cars move along in a congested traffic area, just like a school of fish. Or there's Road Train from the European Saturn project, which includes Volvo, where one vehicle with a professional driver leads a platoon of other vehicles, connected virtually and following like pearls on a string along the highway, turning the commute into possibly more productive time as the drivers can now work or rest. And when the car makes it to its destination, it can park itself in a high-tech parking structure, just as Audi has demonstrated. Will the driver need to do anything at all? Will there still be a steering wheel? Cars will probably require the drivers monitor what the vehicle does and switch from one mode to another, such as highway driving to city driving. There will probably still be a steering wheel, but some models could have a little joystick that the driver only uses rarely. Driving is likely to get much safer. Human error still accounts for the majority of all accidents, and also much more efficient, as centralized traffic control will lead to a smoother flow and less congestion. But how much of an effect this new technology has will depend on how widely it is rolled out. The changes might not stop there. We may also have some other kinds of automobiles, which are small, highly efficient mobility pods similar to the GM ENV concept, or autonomous vehicles like the Induct Navia. These will be urban, flexible solutions to move people around. In many metro areas, a well-organized public transportation system will be the most effective way to move large numbers of people. However, some commuters might not want to take it, either because of network problems, schedules, or safety concerns. Publicly organized on-demand transportation systems that can accommodate up to 6 people will bring travelers automatically to their destination in downtown areas and then move on to serve others. Customers will simply enter their destination and payment information. Think of it as a totally automated taxi system. Digital frontier. Personal mobility will become more of a service, one that companies such as Google have recognized. The search and computing giant has become strongly involved in creating automated vehicles, and some think the car needs to serve us in other ways, whether we drive it or it drives itself. Many car companies are already working with Apple to integrate Siri into automobiles, creating virtual personal assistants in the car to help us with routes, traffic information, and the scheduling of our day. Our vehicles will be fully integrated into the digital lifestyle of 2050, whatever that turns out to be. It is hard to imagine what the world of Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, and Google will be like in 30 years' time, but we can assume that everything that has a digital representation will be available in our cars. The automobile seems to be the final frontier for the digital lifestyle. Some people want to be disconnected while driving, but in decades to come it will be completely connected and, hopefully, safe to use. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any amazing video from us.